This is the Irontrader. It is Thursday morning. So we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, at crude oil, and at natural gas. Remember, on natural gas, the EIA report will be out today at 10:30. Okay, this video is for information purposes only. Not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, not the ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have Bitcoin, your daily chart. Let me bigger up here a little bit for you. Okay, nicely. All right. Now, you can see here how we put these we had 4 candles in here, then we had indecision candle, then we had this nice bottoming candle, okay? Now, it rallied up. It had that, this was on that gap where the T-Man came out and he's going to create a crypto reserve, okay? But then I said, always watch that gap fill. Well, she came right on down and filled it. Now, on this candle here, we had this nice green, another bottoming candle, rally right up here. And now you can see here, now we have this series of higher highs and higher lows, okay? So the key is here is this 8 day. See how nice that 8 day is coming down? Now, if we can get that to curl right back up here, like we did here, then we can have that nice rally going on up here, as long as that price is above it. Now, well, realistically, we're stuck right between this 100-day, 97,712, and with that 21-day at 93,069, okay? So let's look at the downside here first. So this is going to be key level, that 97,112, 113 now, okay? And then the next support level is going to be right here. It's going to be 89,380. Look at the top of that candle. And then we're looking at that 8 day at 87,293 level. Okay, so that's what you're looking for, key support. Now, again, obviously, if that is lost here, then we'll come over here, to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 86,750. We'll look to the top of that candle at 78,675, and then we'll look to the bottom of this candle right here at that 81,815 level, and then so on, okay? But right now, we're looking here very, very nicely because now we're taking one level at a time, okay? We're up from that 8 day. Now we're above that 100 day. Now we've got to take that 21 day. Okay, upside. 93,069. That's going to be very, very critical. If we can get above that, we'll come to the top of this candle here, 95,705. And then 96,774, that is your 50-day. That's what you're going to be looking for if we can get above this 21-day. Now, you got to have a little patience in all this, okay? That's the key, a little patience. Now, when you look at the RSI here, see where we had the green and goes into that blue. That got to be an oversold condition, and then we rallied up from there, obviously, which we did, okay? Now, your green is trying to cross over that red. If you can, that gives you that momentum like we had here, and then we can take that to the upside, okay? So be very, very patient here, okay? So right now we're looking at that 93,067. We get above that, your next big target is going to be that 50 SMA there at that 96,773. Now, again, if we start rallying up here, then we're going to come to this level here. This is that 99,765 level. This is the next level that you're going to be coming to here. And then we can just bring this price channel right across. That's your next level. And then we can bring this price channel across. There's your next level, okay? But right now, what you want to worry about today is that 21-day on the upside. You need to close above. On the downside, you need to hold that 100-day. If not, you're going to go right down and retest that 8 day. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily chart. Okay, so let me just big this up here a little bit for you. Okay, so you can see here where we've had these series of lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so we got yesterday, we came all the way down here and we hit that low right there, about 65.22. Why did it stop there? Because we're looking for this candle right here, okay, 65.27. So you came in within 5 cents of that support. So it went down a little bit farther, but within 5 cents, very, very nicely, okay? So now, again, if that is lost here, okay, let me just take this down here, okay? So if that is lost here, this is that level we're looking for, came within 5 cents, okay? So your next level we're going to be looking at is going to be right here, is that 64.36. And then if that is lost here, you're going to do just the opposite, 63.64, okay? So these are your downside two next levels. Very, very key levels is 64.36 and 63.64 here if, okay, yesterday's low was lost, okay? And that's at 65.22. All right. Now, on the upside here, well, so far we had a high today of 66.89. We're looking right here. Look at the bottom there, 66.77. If we can get above that here, then what we can do is we can rally up here, but your target is probably going to be right on the bottom of this candle, okay, 67.89, and then we're going to have right here at 68.10, and then you're going to run right into this 68.46 level. Okay, so far today we had a high of 66.89 and we had a low of 66.16. So we have an inside day, which is all your high and low is just within the previous day, but we had a massive sell-off here all the way on down. Now you look at this chart, there's nothing bullish about this whatsoever. Series of lower highs and lower lows, and it's just an absolute waterfall. Okay, now you're sitting at 34. That is not oversold. It has not crossed below that 30 mark here, and this MACD is showing momentum, but to the downside, but that has ways to go with there too. So this is not what you call oversold. Now, if we do get a relief rally, then here's going to be your big target. It's going to be that 68.45. Okay, that's going to be key. Now, again, if you can get above that, then we have that 21 day at 70.33, 71.13, 72.38, 73.60. So everything is sitting for you right here. But again, 8-day rolled over, 21-day rolled over. Your 100 days now is curving. Your 50 day is curving. I just don't see anything that is a bullish here. So what I'm doing here is I have my short position still going with the SEO, and I'm just scalping the UCO on the long side. Okay, so realistically, just watch yesterday's low. That's going to be very, very key. That right there at that 65.22 level. Okay, very, very key. If that is lost, okay, all we do is look at here is that 64.36 and then 63.64. Okay, those are going to be your next target. If this is lost, you're going to go down to that 60 level, possible 57. Okay, so just look at this chart here. Okay, this is a big view here. See when this keeps rolling, unless we get some kind of a turnaround. And this is not done rolling off yet here. There's just nothing bullish right here. So again, that doesn't mean you can't make money on it. Okay, so as I am doing, I'm going to just have that SEO going, and then I'm just scalping the long. I'm going to see if we can get right back up here to that 8 simple moving average, and then we see what the reaction is once we get there. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, natural gas has been doing pretty good here. Okay, so we have to look at this here. Is yesterday we had this high of 451.80, which we went over top of this candle here, 447, and then 455. That is your big target. Now, so far, again, we had this inside day going. So what we're looking for here, you're sitting at 4.39. So what you're looking for here is your next level is going to be 4.44 on the upside, 4.47. And then we'll look to yesterday's high at 4.51. And then there's your big retest at 4.55 level. Okay, that is your upside target. Now, again, if we get above that, I'm going to show you here on the weekly chart, then all we want to do is look to the bottom of this candle right here. That's 4.75. That is your next level if you can get above that 455, okay? And then what we do is we go right to the bottom of the next candle, okay? So you're looking at 490. That's going to be next. And then we'll come right over here, top of this candle here, is you're looking at that 530 area right here, okay? So that's going to be your next target if it keeps right on running. So that's why I want to show you. If we break through this here, this is your next resistance level is going to be right here. Okay, now on the downside here, well, we want to watch today's low, 4.35. We look at yesterday's low, 4.22, and then right here, 4.15 is your 8-day. Now again, as long as you're above that 8-day, we have it's sideways to up. Okay, you get below that 8-day, it's sideways there to down. But right now here, as long as we're holding this 8-day, which we are very, very nicely, we could probably retag that 455 and maybe even go all the way up to that 475 level. Now, a couple things here. I had a really good post here in the on the site here about if crude oil tanks, why doesn't natural gas do the same thing? Well, here's the situation. Okay, T-Man wants to pump a lot of crude oil. Okay, and now Saudi Arabia is going to start adding oil to this whole system here again. Okay, so that's going to take the oil prices down. Okay, so that's what they want. Now, just remember, in the United States, okay, we make, excuse me, we make what we call a light sweet crude. Okay, so that is for products, that is for gasoline. But we also import heavy crude, like from Saudi Arabia and Canada and everything, you know, like from the Gulf, for the simple reason is you need that for jet fuel and for diesel and stuff like, and you know, and heating oil. Okay, so That's what you got to have. So there's crude oil is not crude oil. I know how that sounds, but that's what you have. Now, we ship less, crude out of this country, absolutely. But when we're going to be doing that much volume, okay, Saudi Arabia and a lot of other people are also shipping the crude out from where their facilities are. Now, natural gas is a whole different thing. The key about natural gas is um, when we had the other administration, what he did is he was going to analyze all these pipelines that were in process. Okay, now we still ship it out a lot of LNG out of this country, but he shut down like I think it was 11 to 13 pipelines from Louisiana, Texas, all the way to Pennsylvania. Okay, on the LNG. Okay, so once we get those pipelines up and running for full, then what the United States does is we don't have right now, we have a good system to get oil out of the country, okay, good pipelines. But there's really not a big infrastructure for natural gas. That's the key. There's not a big infrastructure for natural gas, okay? So a lot of times when you go to these wells, there's two reasons. One, you flare it off so your well doesn't blow up. Anytime you drill oil, you're going to get that natural gas and they flare it off. However, you could be piping a lot of the natural gas if you have the provisions to do so. But right now, you don't have the infrastructure to do natural gas. So once we get all these pipelines up, there's a huge demand, like in Germany and France and all these other countries. Okay, though France, they're depending a lot of all these countries are depending like on Russia. Okay, so when we couldn't ship out all this LNG or shutting that stuff on down here, well, then what did France do? They went back to nuclear. Okay, what Germany did is they went back to like a coal situation. So there's a huge demand for natural gas. That's why once we get these pipelines up and running and we get it out to that dock, so we get it out then boats and get it shipped out of here, natural gas is going to be really much in play. Okay, so it's going to be a lot different than what the crude oil is doing. Okay, so crude oil, you start flooding the market with crude oil, well, the price comes down. There's a bigger demand now for the LNG. Okay, on the natural gas. So once we get a pipeline and get a system where we can get all that natural gas out of this country, okay, then natural gas is going to have a nice good floor in it and you're going to be able to distribute it to other countries. That's the key of liquefied natural gas. Okay, so that's the difference between the two, why crude oil could come right on off here and we'd be down in the 50s and natural gas could be back up in the $5, $6, $7 range. I hope that helps. And thank you very much for the post. It was awesome post. I really appreciate that. All right, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.